Hi everyone, once again back to my new episode of Hero Podcast. In today's episode, we have Ahmed Soliman with us from Egypt. So before starting, let me introduce about Ahmed. Ahmed is a time management professional expert. Apart from that, he has a YouTube channel where he loves to help people to get out their trouble through his inspirational videos. So welcome to the show, Ahmed. Thanks for joining me on this podcast. It's great to have you here. How are you feeling?
Thank you so much, my friend. I'm very happy to be with you today. It's
Yeah,
really a brilliant event, opportunity to be with together with us in this
yeah. So I'm hoping it's going to be a
lovely
great
event.
podcast.
Thank you for your invitation.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure it will be, inshallah. Thank you.
yeah, sure. So like generally I ask, the first question which I ask to everyone, like how it all started. How did you fall into the career of principal planning engineer? What was your story? Yeah.
Yeah, I started in a mega in a great organization in Egypt in the oil and gas.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's my school of inspiration in the profession of the time management. It was my school to learn things, major things about this niche. So I started on the planning of the projects, and I went
Mm-hmm.
through several projects everywhere in Egypt,
Mm-hmm.
which provided me love of this niche. However, in my early stages, I loved the systems. I loved to create systems. I loved to plan my day before
Mm-hmm.
entering this specialization. But when I entered this organization, I started to find the tools, the professional tools that enables me to really make a great stuff of planning and following my dreams in a very professional way. And that was my starting on the planning field through this
Mm-hmm.
organization. And I have the passion of loving planning and time management specifically because I find time is gold, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
great value provided from God subhanahu wa
Mm-hmm.
ta'ala for all of us. So we have to invest this because it's a part whenever a day goes, a
Mm-hmm.
part of your life went. So you have to
Mm-hmm.
be alert to this. You have to take to be alert to get at the utmost power and utmost power to reach your dreams, because you never
Mm-hmm.
know you will live tomorrow or not. We cannot
Oh,
guarantee this, so
indeed,
we have
indeed.
to. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's why I loved the profession of the time management.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if I ask you, Ahmed, like when when we are at early stage of our life, right? So if I, show you an example about myself. So when I was young, I always dreamed of, become a cricketer, right? So we all, have some kind of, dream. So in our early days, we don't know like which way we have to go. So if I ask you when you were as a kid of, 8 or 10 year old, so at that time, what was your thought, or what exactly you were thinking about the life? Like you have to go in that way, or you have to move into do a business, something. Yeah, if I ask you about a 10-year-old of Ahmed, yeah.
I was thinking of many things in my life, but never, not all of my dreams have uh, I reached it, but maybe at this time I was living with the. I was dreaming to be an artist. I was drawing and playing a musical at the piano, and I
Mm-hmm.
love to be like one of the major
I
pianists
see.
in world, like Yanni and Omar Khayrat from Egypt. So that was my first dream. But uh, at some point, I stopped about this and I thought about when I entered the profession of the planning. All these dreams just stopped because I thought that this will shift me to another level, to be entering, to be a famous person playing the pianist. So I was very afraid of this. So I stopped. I did not continue on this to
I
be
see.
pianist, and but it was my dream. It was my
It
dream.
was your dream.
But yeah, but when I entered LinkedIn in January 2020,
I
before
see.
just before the COVID by 3 months, and I went
Mm-hmm.
through this dream to make
Mm-hmm.
this time management. But something happened during the COVID. When the COVID started, you remember the lockdown happened
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
whole
I
world.
remember. Exactly, I
Yeah,
remember.
this was my first inspiration to shift into another turning point in my life.
I
So
see.
it started when I felt, accompanying the lockdown, I felt that I'm prisoned from inside. I'm not prisoned just from outside.
I
I
see.
couldn't get outside. I couldn't. You need to get some entertainment. You need to go outside. You need to go to see greenery scenes. With the lockdown, everything disappeared, and I found that this is everywhere on the planet. It's not just in my country. So this grabbed me a feeling of prison, and I'm going to the root of death. It's everything is vanishing. Every sort of good life and happy life is vanishing
Mm-hmm.
from
I
outside.
see.
So it was a trauma for me. This trauma made me feel sorrow all the time, and which was a very critical limit I reached, and I started to be what should I do at that time? How many people are going into committing suicide everywhere? So I'm worshiping God. I couldn't make suicide because it's something that is banned in Islam, my religion.
Yeah.
So because God, it's life is precious, and He brought it to you, so you have to be value this, and you have to be patient. So I started talking to God at that time.
I
So
see.
how I will get outside from this God? So I started to supplicate through my
Mm-hmm.
prayers,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was bowing to the ground to God, I started to
Mm-hmm.
talk to God. After this supplication, I felt very relieved from God. Another soul entered in me, empowered
Mm-hmm.
me. I
Mm-hmm.
felt that there is a light getting outside from my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So, as at the time, I find people on LinkedIn. Many people are
Mm-hmm.
talking about videos of suicide. I felt that I have a message I have to deliver to people. So at
Mm-hmm.
that time, I paused the time management dream. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
paused it, and I felt that I couldn't talk uh, in the time management anyway. In the time management at that time, I felt that I need to deliver a message to people that
Mm-hmm.
people, hey folks, at that time you have to get attached to God. He is the
Mm-hmm.
way all your dreams. He is the way to get out of this prison you are feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So I started to write the supplication in English. What I said
Mm-hmm.
to God, I started to make it and write it, translate it into English. And
Mm-hmm.
I moved forward to create a video, and it was a very, very simple video to write this supplication with the background music and issue it on LinkedIn. And
Mm-hmm.
at that time, I don't want to say it went viral. No, it went to many people. I didn't get when I started on LinkedIn, I didn't get one like even or two
Mm-hmm.
likes. It was my
Mm-hmm.
starting, okay. But when I started to write the message I feel in my heart and post
Mm-hmm.
it into to people, and I
Exactly.
started issuing this video, it went viral. Many people
Mm-hmm.
liked my message, and many people told me, please make like this video. We need this at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
that was my start, my starting on LinkedIn, and on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
I felt that I have another responsibility, that I need a brand name to start
Hmm.
this message. So
Exactly.
God inspired me to name it "Coming from
Hmm.
Heart." It's coming
That's a
from the
that's a
heart. Okay.
wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful thing you have explained me, Ahmed. Like at that time, the people where they are start giving up and trying to committing a suicide,
Yeah.
right? And in those situations, you're still there and just thought in a different way and just praying the God. So that's why I
Yeah.
think, in those difficult situations in India, even most of the countries, like,
I know.
it's not one person, it's not only one country, it's every country, whole world effective for this, for this pandemic, and there people
Yeah.
are dying, but still, you never have to give up so easily. You have to find another chance always, and the things which comes from your heart, so you always have to pass that message. And that's why I've
Yeah.
also seen some of your videos, and I would say, yeah, that's really inspiring, when you watch those videos, so you get some kind of optimistic side of life. Yeah, you are not, what people see is all about their negative side of the life, but when you watch those videos, so you got some kind of, okay, this is also we can watch. And there are always some kind of aspect of the life, so we all have to watch in that. So now you mentioned about the time management and all, so can you tell us like what is time management and its importance?
Okay.
Yeah.
Time is gold, and your life is time, is composed of hours, days, weeks, months. So when you start thinking of reaching your dreams, or reaching your goals, or reaching your tasks, even on the daily basis at your work, you have to manage your time. You have to set priorities for each task. You have to be specific in your targets. You have to be specific in
Mhm.
your tasks. You shouldn't be randomly working. You should be settling uh, your targets, or your project, into specific tasks. These tasks should be prioritized. These tasks should be based on its urgency, on how you will start with what will you exactly will start with, and whether this is important to start with or not, it's urgent or not.
Mhm.
If you do not if you do not make this, you will find at the end of the day that you did not reach any of your targets, or the effective targets. At the end of the day, you'll feel frustration. So time
Mhm.
management helps you to get to your 90%, even to your dreams, and you feel more happier
Mhm.
than not making a professional tool, professional time management to your day. So
Mhm.
time management is essential for everyone, because if you did
Mhm.
not make time management, you will find that you did not make anything in your life. As
Exactly.
you will find that days passes, you'll find a week passed, and you did not do
So
nothing.
can
You
you
should
give
be
us some
alert.
kind of hack, like how can we manage our time effectively? Can you give us some kind of tips or any kind of hack, so that people who's watching this podcast, so they can learn something that they will implement in their life to work on time and to to ignore the procrastination and all. Yeah.
The first thing, you have to be specific. You have to write specifically your targets today in bullet points. You have
Okay.
to be specific. What exactly I'm gonna do? I will
Mm-hmm.
go to this page and read it,
Mm-hmm.
which will take half an hour. I will
Mm-hmm.
meet that person at that time, from this to that. I will do this report.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it will take me estimatedly, it will be 1 hour. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and start to give prioritization to the list of tasks you
I
put.
see. Mm-hmm.
Prioritization will be based on urgency and importance. There is a
Mm-hmm.
matrix which was created by Eisenhower.
Mm-hmm.
It talks about how to categorize your tasks based on
Mm-hmm.
urgency, importance, urgency, non-importance, and each task
Mm-hmm.
you should be based on this. If you made the urgent should be number one. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
important should be number two if it's not urgent, but urgent and
Mm-hmm.
important should be number one. So if you categorize your list based on the urgency and importance, which one goes better, and categorized the effective tasks that you are happy at the end of the day if you accomplish them, and put it on the top of the list, okay, at the part of the day that you find your energy is at its most, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you get at the end of the day to be accountable in front of the sheet to see what went right, what went wrong, what did I
Mm-hmm.
finish, did I finish the effective targets. I'm looking uh, through that these are the
Mm-hmm.
effective targets that if I learned, if I've done these targets, I will be very happy. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say I have 5 tasks today, but I have 2 of
Mm-hmm.
them very effective. I will be very happy if I finished these because they uh, categorize of my targets 70% of my targets. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Another tasks are important to be finished today, but they are not they are categorized like 30% of my targets today. So if you
Mm-hmm.
finish the 70, you've done a massive resulting to your to the end of the day. This goes through automated list, and you categorize each one, and you categorize which one of the effective targets, and as long as you finish the target and go through them, you have to
Mm-hmm.
write down how much percent have you achieved, okay,
Mm-hmm.
of each one. If you found that you found that one of the tasks are 100%, just write it 100%, and at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day you will find this tool calculating the overall progress you've achieved. So we have a metrics at the end of the day. I'm happy if I accomplished 80% of my targets today. So see at the end of the day what exactly I've achieved. Have I achieved over the 80% or below the 80%? By this, the next day you will learn the lessons learned from what went wrong yesterday, and you start to
Mm-hmm.
modifying your performance in utilizing your time. By this, at the end of the week, you'll find that your performance in utilizing time has went much
Mm-hmm.
effectively. You, you started to learn that time is precious, and you have to assign the targets through the 8 hours you have in the morning, in the working hours of the day, and you reach the best way to utilize your time during the 8 hours of the working day.
Mm-hmm. I understand. So that's really, fantastic way you have explained. Like we all have to, first thing is all about to we have to set up priorities. Okay, the top priority should be on the top, and then the bottom should be the less priorities should be
Urgency
at the bottom. Yeah. So according to
and
that, we
measure
have to, yeah,
and measure your progress at the end of the day. Not
exactly,
just you have to be accountable in front of yourself at the end of the day. You
exactly,
see what exactly I've scored 70%, and what was the
70 or
plan,
80.
what was my
Yeah.
target
What
80%.
was your
So
plan?
you
Yeah,
have you
exactly.
are behind. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so you have to measure every day, and then you have to improve yourself. Like, okay, this is how I have to manage
lessons
my
learned.
time, and then only you can understand. Okay, this is how much time I'm spending on social media or something. Because in today's time, most of the people are so much addicted to social media, right? So if you have seen about the reels and Instagram and all, so people are so much into those things. Even if I talk about the LinkedIn as well, right? People are scrolling up, watching other people's post and all, so those things are taking consuming your time. So you have to be very specific what exactly time you have to do for your exact your work and all. So that's what exactly the things. Now if I when I talk about you are from Egypt, right? So when we were young, right, so we have heard about the stories of mummy, we have heard about the stories of the pyramid of Giza, right? It's one of the uh, most historical monument, right? And so can you tell us some kind of culture, weather, lifestyle, or career of Egypt? Like how's Egypt look like? What exactly the people look like? How's the weather there? Yeah, so can you give us some kind of idea there?
Egypt is a land of many civilizations, and the top of them are the pharaonic civilization, and then the Coptic civilization
Mm-hmm.
when the Romans were there, and the Romans were entering, were in the part of the Pharaonic as well, and
Mm-hmm.
ending with the Muslim civilization, which was the most and the top. And so Egypt is full of rich cultures. Different cultures are living in the same place. We have the Christians and we have the Muslims. We are living friendly as a one family, and the major things that categorize Egypt as one of the best places to visit as a touristic trips is
Mm-hmm.
the pharaonic, like the pyramids in Giza, and Luxor, and the Aswan, and
Mm-hmm.
all of these places we have the the pharaoh's life was
Mm-hmm.
there, and the mummies were found there. The graves of the mummies. The pyramid,
Mm-hmm.
the pyramid is a big grave for the kings. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
for one of the kings. So every pyramid has its own king.
Mm-hmm.
The other part of Egypt is the Islamic uh,
Mm-hmm.
locations especially in Cairo. Cairo is
Okay.
full of Islamic culture,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
where the if you read in the Islamic culture, you will find that 1,000 years ago, uh, the there is a book called 1,001 Muslim Inventions,
Mm-hmm.
which was uh, played a great part of the technology nowadays. One of
Okay.
this, I will mention one of these inventions is the camera. The camera,
Mm-hmm.
the theory of the camera, and it was named camera,
Mm-hmm.
camera,
Okay.
okay,
Camera.
not camera,
Camera. I see.
camera,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it was this theory was invented in Egypt by a person called Al Hassan ibn al Haytham. He
Okay.
invented this theory when he was in
Mm-hmm.
Cairo. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it started many things in the inventions you will find started in that part of the Muslim civilization, which was
Mm-hmm.
based in Egypt, in Baghdad, in everywhere. Even
Mm-hmm.
the coffee itself, the coffee, it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
invented by a person called Khalid, who was a Muslim in Africa.
I
Okay,
see. I see.
uh, it was discovered at that part
Mm-hmm.
1,000 years ago. I encourage you to read this book. It's called 1001 Muslim Inventions. It's on the website. They are
Mm-hmm.
located, these foundations are located in the United Kingdom.
I see.
It's brilliant. You will be astonished. You will find that the Arabic numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's designed by
Mm-hmm.
Al Hassan ibn Haytham and another person with him,
Mm-hmm.
and it was
Mm-hmm.
based on angles. Like two,
Okay.
one is one. Okay, two is
Mm-hmm.
two angles.
Mm-hmm.
Angles. You know the angles. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
three is three angles from
I
this
see.
way. Three angles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, four,
Mm-hmm.
5, 6. These are as well was invented at that time. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I would invite you to come to Egypt. You will be very happy, and
Yeah, sure.
you'll find many places to visit, especially in Hurghada, Sharm el Sheikh,
Yeah, yeah.
places on the Nile, the pyramids, the Giza. I know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
many people in India, from my friends, asked me about Giza. They are very
Yeah.
astonished. Uh, they are overwhelmed by the Giza and the pyramids and the Abu Hol.
Exactly.
I would
Yeah.
invite you to come to Egypt and would be
Yeah,
happy to
thanks.
meet you.
Thanks so much, Ahmed. And I'm also inviting you if you get a chance to come to India. So you're most welcome to
I
India as well.
wish,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really
sure.
wish to come to Taj Mahal. I wish.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I
one of
love
the
this
most
the story. I love the story of the Taj
exactly.
Mahal. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I ask you, Ahmed, how do you look at life as a person? Like what according to you, what is life and how you look at life every day? Yeah.
As I told you before, that life is something is a precious something that God gifted you, and He chosen you to be a human being at this part of the era and this timing. So He gifted you this life to see what exactly you will go to do with His blessings and with His with your mission and with your purpose. So every one of us should know his purpose. Okay,
Mhm.
as a Muslim, my purpose. Everyone as a Muslim knows that We we are here to worship God, and worshiping God is not limited to just praying and just supplicating and just fasting. No, it's much more wider than this thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you are constructing life, you are building, establishing the values God provided you,
Mm-hmm.
from ethics, the top ethical values. He want to see your patience with people, to be kind with people, how you deal with everyone, how you love everyone. Our Prophet told us, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet Muhammad said that smiling to other person is like a charity, as if you made a donation, you paid a donation in money, just
Mm-hmm.
smiling. It's very simple. And
Mm-hmm.
so the topical, the top ethics we are purposed to do is dealing with people kindly, provide them empathy and compassion, and God want to see us how we are going to deal with each other. So the prayers as a Muslim is only one prayer is 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes. We have prayers a day. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have only 25 minutes to pray to God, to worship.
Mm-hmm.
So what about the 24 hours? So the
Mm-hmm.
24 hours for you to build this life, for you to
Mm-hmm.
reach your dreams, but uh, under worshiping God. Okay, but at the same time, you are representing Him on this earth to deliver kindness, to construct this life. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the first verse in the Quran was read, and it was said
Mm-hmm.
to the Prophet, read in 3 times. In a
Mm-hmm.
glance to the mankind, that reading is the starting of the technology to get into technology. So
Mm-hmm.
when you find that 1400 years ago from the first verse in the Quran was no technology at all, and after 1000 years technology gradually started, and
Yeah.
it's booming in this 100 years. We
Yeah.
are
Exactly.
going through, we are using cars, we are going over
Exactly.
the overseas and with the planes, and we go outside even the space of the earth, in the
Mm.
between the planets. So
Even we are doing this call
subhanallah,
with the help of technology. Even we are doing this
yeah,
call with the
yeah,
help
yeah, that's
of the
that's that's true.
technology.
So
Yeah.
God want us as humankind to be uh, uh, good tribes with the different nationalities, with the different colors. Indians look
Mm-hmm.
differently from Egypt, look different from Europe. Look, everyone is different colors, which shows how God is precious, and how is He has a control and has a great creativity and beauty in
Mm-hmm.
creating such different people with same minds
Yeah.
and same brains that think to the best thing to the whole humanity. And we
Mm-hmm. I understand. Yeah.
okay,
So if I ask you, like, now we are, now we are heading towards the new year. 2023 is just, a couple of days, away from us. Okay. So
congratulations
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
advance.
and yeah, in 2023 we are moving ahead. So if I ask you,
Yeah,
like, what kind of, message or piece of advice, you want to give to the people or to the young ones, okay, who are about to start their things in terms of professional or in terms of life, just to become the better version of themselves. Like if someone wants to, if because every new year we have new thoughts, okay, we thought, okay, this is the time, this is the new year where I'll going to put myself, where I'll create a good body, where I'll find a new job, where I'll switch, something else. So these things comes up in our mind, right? So what kind of advice you want to give, or what kind of tips you want to give to the people so that they can become the best version of themselves in 2023? Yeah.
start looking to your passion, start
Okay.
to look at the talents you have inside, start
Mm-hmm.
searching about them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know them, you might be not knowing them, but start to think of what exactly I am unique in. You will
Mm-hmm.
definitely will find, if you just kept yourself in a calm place, and you stop the noise around you, and you start thinking effectively of what exactly you are
Mm-hmm.
really, really very unique in. you will find it by God's guidance. Okay, after God's
Mhm.
guidance and your effort, know this. After knowing this, start to follow your heart and follow your passion. Start to settle the tools that grabs you there. How to
Mhm.
reach this? When I started, I found myself that I write from my heart, write whatever coming from my heart, and I found that
Mhm.
the people are accepting this and loving this. So I
Mhm.
started realizing that I have something unique in me. I didn't know about it before, that
Mhm.
I write from my heart and people accept this and love it. Okay,
Mhm.
so that's why the brand of Coming from Heart started. And after this, I started to learn about new tools, how to create a video. My
Mhm.
first video was very simple. I was using a PowerPoint, okay, and I
Mhm.
created the video. But
Mhm.
later on, I started to think of more professional softwares. I started to
Mhm.
get in, into many communications, to know everywhere through LinkedIn, to teach me how what's the next step. So you should start communications with the people around you
Mhm.
on
Mhm.
LinkedIn, even if you do not know them. You start to get introduced, to jump to Zoom meetings with people, new
Mhm.
connections, who are concerned with your passion, concerned with
Mhm.
the technical part of your passion. Okay,
Mhm.
so I started to know one of my friends who are professional in production, film production, and
I
he taught
see.
me how to start with. Okay,
Okay.
that's the point. Surround yourself with positive people.
Mhm.
Get out the
Mhm.
toxic people who are not believing in you.
Mhm.
Okay, because many people will tell you, what are you going to do? Well, it's a long path, so they will stop you from your
Mhm.
dreams. Get
Yeah.
rid of these people. Okay,
Mhm.
get rid of these people.
Mhm.
These people, I name them as toxic people. Okay,
I see.
get rid of these people. Whoever frustrating, make you frustrating, saddening your heart, get rid of him.
Mhm. Mhm.
Start to surround yourself with positive people. Start to follow
Right.
your dreams. Start to settle
Mhm.
time management for
Mhm.
your dreams. Your
Mhm.
dreams, you have to know that within 3 months, I will reach this.
Mhm.
Settle the plan. What exactly to do in order to reach that dream? One, two,
Mhm.
three, four, five, six courses, practicing something, learning
Mhm.
language, whatever.
Mhm.
This,
Mhm.
then start to plan each target of this. To reach
Mhm.
the 3 months, after 3 months, you are booming, reaching your
Mhm.
destination. But
I
you
see.
should be professional in your settling your dream. It's not
Mhm.
just hoping and feeling and praying. No, it should be settled into a professional way to manage this dream. Deal
Mhm.
with it as a project. I have a
Mhm.
project, this dream, and name this
Exactly.
project.
I got it.
I will reach it, inshallah, after the
Mhm.
3 months.
Mhm.
3 months. Why 3 months? Because I settled the tasks I will do between this, in between,
Mhm.
and it told me that it will be 3 months.
I
Okay,
see.
so this
Yeah.
is settled scientifically. You have to be a professional to do this.
Mhm. Mhm.
And the last thing is, try to engage in LinkedIn. Start
I
to
see.
engaging with people. Start to
Exactly.
know more people, engaging with them in their posts, supporting
Exactly.
others,
Exactly.
uh, serving others. It is what grabs you people to serve you. You have to serve
Exactly.
others, or
Exactly.
not.
And that's a perfect example. That's how I and you met, right? And
Yeah,
and that's a perfect example, right? And that's very well explained to you by you. I mean, like for the people who are just heading towards 2023 with new resolution, with new goal of mindset. First is all about, they are the key pointers which I want to highlight is all about
okay.
the first thing is all about to find the exact talent about yourself. What is your passion? You are wasting your time. Some are not feeling, in job. Some are thinking like job is a waste of time. They are doing, 5 hours a job and thinking, oh no. So they don't have much interest in their life. The first thing for 2023 is all about just find the hidden talent about yourself, right? Then follow
And
your
believe in
dreams.
yourself.
Yeah, and
And
then
believe in
believe in
yourself.
yourself, right? And then
In your
you have
dreams.
to chase your dream, surround yourself with the good people, because as it is said, like, when you surround with five people, you become the sixth one. As simple as that, right? Surround with the right people, just try to talk with the people, engage, use this LinkedIn platform, engage with them, like them, do some kind of podcasting. And as last, if I conclude, everything is all about the time management, which Emma said is all about, you have to manage your time very effectively, right? Like, it's a goal, right? If you are chasing your dreams without goals, dreams without any set of management is only dreams, right? So first of all, you have to set some kind of target. If you have to build up good body, if you have to build up something, so you have to put set kind of target for yourself, that in just 3 months I have to do 5 kilometers of run, right? Or 50 kilometers of run. That's how you have to set up your targets. And if you are not going to set up your targets, you will always procrastinate with the things. So that's very well explained, Ahmed. And I'm sure, like, 2023 is going to be great for you as well, and the people who is watching our podcast, maybe they'll get some kind of learning from this podcast, and maybe they get some kind of lesson in their life, and they can implement and can become better version of themselves. So anything else you want to say about this podcast, Ahmed, or anything from your side? Yeah.
The last thing is I would encourage people to work in LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the best platform to reach your dreams.
Yeah.
Whether a podcast, video creator like me, I'm creating videos, making live sessions, making public speeches, getting it to your clients, to provide courses, whatever, life coaches, everything. LinkedIn is the best ever platform I've seen in this time.
Right.
I would encourage people to watch my inspirational videos on YouTube. I will send you the link.
And I'll put
So
I'll yeah
share
I'll put
with them.
this yeah I'll put this in this link, so if
Because
someone get a chance.
later on I will post time management videos as well.
Yeah, sure.
Inshallah.
So thanks for joining in the podcast. Have a
Thank
safe
you.
day, everyone. Stay smart, stay wonderful, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. See you.